Hey.
Better be careful. 50 seconds. Just that hand guard. Okay.